strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover.
No, easy, hold on.
As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them. As America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how.
What the fuck?
By refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
Buzzy, what is up with Tarantino, man?
What?
What happened to him?
People say I got a real twisted sense of humor.
He looks like he should be on the back of a $10 bill.
Oh my God.
Royce Lopez.
I don't know what it is about him.
Hola, me llamo Royce.
Maybe I'm sick of hearing about him.
Yeah, I don't like hot hair.
Maybe it's his face. He's a punchable face.
You wouldn't download a pig, would you?
He's done nothing to me. He's probably a nice guy.
I don't care.
I don't know what it is about the guy.
Big Cranberry has been lying to you.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast.
He looks like he should be flying a kite with a fucking key on it.
Brendan says he hasn't been able to use the N-word for a while. That's the source of his youth.
Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time. Here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce.
Ew, what do you say, boys? Hi, it's Revenge of the Sis. I had some thoughts while the intro was playing.
Yeah.
Kind of thought.
We've had some people complain over the year, like, oh, you haven't updated your intro in years. You haven't done this. Maybe if they upload the operating system of the simulation we're living in, we'll do that. But I'm sorry, this has been the most evergreen intro for like 8 years now. It fits every day. Nothing changes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Everything is as it was 8 years ago.
Hold on. Let me see. Okay. So when do we start this show? Okay. I can now say this. I hate this place. Nothing works here. We've been here for 7 years. The medications don't work. Well,
It's
now
eight.
eight. Now
It's
eight.
eight
Now
now.
it's 8. Yeah. The medications don't work. I don't know, man. I don't listen. Look, it's a locals episode.
They didn't even update our Remember when they used to update our politicians in the simulation? They'd shake them up. They'd move some out, move some new ones in. It would feel like we're getting changey, hopey. Now it's just 8 years later, and it's still Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Well, we're definitely gonna cover that here. Today is a local show. Wasn't on. Look, listen. We didn't plan it out with Tucker for him to drop this fucking I know.
Can I thank Tucker for killing about 30 minutes on my show last night? Just dropping little tidbits. I was like, we gotta watch these.
So what was funny was, and I agreed, I also thought the same thing last night. I was like, well, that's probably the best part of the interview. I watched every second of that interview. The clips he put out yesterday aren't even the fucking tip of the iceberg.
That's what I said to Royce today, because I was like, yeah, I said last night, I'm like, damn, he really dropped all the goodies, like, without even dropping the interview. And you were like, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. And I was like, really? It gets better?
He accused Tucker of being an anti-Semite.
Well, that I figured would be coming.
That was right off the bat a Putin supporter.
But I've been told by all the Jewish people on my timeline, he's Tucker now. That's what they're calling him. They're very good with nicknames.
Did you see that the guy, the co-owner of the Tucker Carlson Network, put out a legal notice saying Tucker Carlson, the Tucker Carlson Network, have never taken any money from Qatar. And then he said, as a matter of fact, we just bought out all our investors and we own 100% of the company. Anybody saying that it's liable and it's slander. Like just because they're enough. Like it's now affecting they're trying to affect their business, like pretending like he's owned by Qatar. fucking Tucker's not owned by Qatar, and it's not even me defending him. I would say whenever, you know what? The one thing I think Mersh and I have in terms of all these other new streamers that are in this ecosystem, the younger ones is that we
less money.
Well, that obviously
we don't have the broccoli hair.
I don't have any hair, so you wouldn't have hair. But we do have something which is that we have lived experience, as they like to say. And what I mean is that some of you fuckers were little babies and don't remember the post 9/11 stuff, so you just hear stories of it. We lived it. So see,
long ago.
Yeah, all the stuff you're seeing happening now, because a lot of the defense is the same stuff that look. A lot of the people that are defending this to me are saying a lot of the same things I was saying when I was defending it back then. So that's why I know what's happening, because I was that guy. And they're doing the Iran's evil. Actually, they have a nuke, which is very reminiscent to you and I, Mersh, going like Iraq definitely has WMDs. We got to.
Oh, I played. Can I tell you what I found last night that I played on Nightwave? It was a clip of George W. Bush when we were going to go to Iraq, and now we remember all the weapons of mass destruction and all that. I forgot all about this. At one point, he went on TV and he goes, "Saddam Hussein is putting together a nuclear team. He's calling them their nuclear mujahideen.
Oh, God.
And we gotta stop." And I'm like, ew, this marketing was so cheesy back then, and we believed it. We believed it back then. He called them his nuclear mujahideen. We were just making shit up back then. Well, I mean, we're still making shit up.
It's happening now again, and we're seeing it happen. And then because a lot of the people, so here's where some of them were like, "Oh, we're not actually boots on the ground. We're just blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Yeah. That's what they did last time. Last time we weren't boots on the ground. We were just blah 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 blah. And then we were boots on the ground. And then they were like back then.
And then we were a police force for 20 years, that cost us a fucking fortune.
And then back then, also keep in mind, and also back then they were like, "We're just going to be there for a year, 20." Like, listen, guys, this trust me, bro shit does not work. The reason that a lot of people elected Trump, and here's the one thing I will say, that even like with all the stuff that we've criticized Trump or whatever, Mersh and I have always been very consistent. It says the one thing we always liked about Trump up until like a couple months ago was, hey man, say what you want about him, at least he didn't get us in another fucking Middle East war. That was always, to me, the thing that you could at least say. He never did that. He never did that. And now we're here again. And he's burnt. Did you see someone photoshopped Trump in that picture of Stalin? And the original photo has Elon Musk and Tucker. And then it's like Elon gone and just Tucker and him. And then Tucker gone and just Trump by himself.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, they're burning, like, you're burning everything around you. Listen, there's now two factions here that I'm seeing, at least in the right. There's the anti-war, fuck this shit people on the right, and then there's the yay Israel. There's the boo Jews and there's the yay Jews, and that's basically what we have now, right? And Netanyahu's not fucking helping, by the way, by going on TV and being like, you're fucking Iran tried to kill Trump twice, and then fucking even Ted Cruz on this thing that we're gonna play was like, no, they didn't. No, that's actually not true. But then Ted Cruz did say the two hitman, but it's wild. We're gonna play that here in a little bit, so just don't worry, we're gonna get to it. But
Tucker, I got it on good authority that they hired Agent 47 to get into the White House.
Yeah,
I saw footage of 47 getting into the White House, and you're like, that was Hitman Absolution. I'm pretty sure.
Agent 47 was going undercover as Stephen Miller. They look alike. They're both bald.
No, again, Mr. Senator Cruz, that was Hitman Blood Money.
That's right. But before Agent 47 went in there, he had to go in a fake cruise ship to kill somebody in a training sequence.
See, they hired the vice president, and the vice president was going to kill the president. Again, that was just Hitman Blood Money. I saw it.
And then a female, did a voiceover explaining how he had to destroy the heart of some evil.
See,
Then he went
the
to an
Iranians.
orgy in a meat packing plant.
See, there was Agent 47, but then they made a version of him that was albino, and he could only live for maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
And they sent him to kill the. Wait, what?
Yes, it's like, okay, listen.
Everything's just Hitman lore. You're like, come on, man.
I have a feeling Ted Cruz just got Hitman on Game Pass. It's on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'm up to Hitman 2 right now. Don't spoil number 3. I want to know what happens with Providence.
They're actually they're gonna bring. I heard Agent 47 is gonna go into the White House and have a homing briefcase and throw it at J.D. Vance.
You know, I always wondered why a giant, massive, bald, blue-eyed white man could disguise himself in India. That always kind of bothered me.
One of the Secret Service people said they heard something, but then they said, "Nah, must have been the wind," and they walked away. So I don't know what that was about.
my favorite part of that was my favorite part of Hitman. That was like, all right, 47, you're going to this Bangladeshi hotel, and then you just steal some guy's fucking bellhop uniform.
Yeah.
It's like,
The
oh no, we
turban
just
and
have this
shit?
6'3" white guy who's bald with a barcode tattoo and shining blue eyes. Yeah, just
Yeah.
one guy in Bangladesh.
Who has an accent like he transports humans in Eastern Europe.
Seriously. Yeah, if you were 47 in modern times trying to assassinate people, they wouldn't recognize you as 47, but you'd constantly have a crowd of people going, are you Jason Statham?
Okay.
No, I'm here on work. Could you leave me alone? No, you're definitely Jason Statham, dude. Could I get an autograph? You know,
Here's
fine,
how that would go. Be like if
Best year.
if Ted Cruz said that easily in AZ and the locals chat says this is Tucker. That's impossible. You know that, Ted. 47 always destroys security footage. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
So you want me to believe that 47 tried to kill the president and he left security footage behind?
On paper, the best hitman who's ever lived. I don't think so. I don't buy it. Okay.
Speaking of, the new
I have it on
Netflix
good
movie,
authority,
really
Tucker.
good.
He was trying to get Silent Assassin suit only. And you know how that's the hard setting.
Yeah, you know, I ran into one of these Iranian hitmen. And he just kept trying to sell me a cell phone. I was fucking like, I don't know.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to the mall later, just take a picture of somebody as at a kiosk and go and tag Ted Cruz and be like, I found the guy who's trying to kill President Trump.
Here he is. Every brown person, take a photo.
I'm going to start doing that. That's going to be my new Twitter series.
No, everybody. No,
I think this guy's Iranian, and I think he's trying to kill President Trump. And the guy's like, I'm just a truck driver.
Can somebody
Yeah, okay, bud.
please Photoshop Agent 47 with a bunch of jewelry and a hairy chest and like to milk Iranian, like a bald Iranian guy? Please make Agent 47.
I'm trying to think of any of my brown friends I could call up and ask them to be in on it and be like, can I just take a video of me citizens arresting you? just sit there at this bench and I'm going to come up and be like, citizens arrest, you tried to kill Trump. He's Iranian.
And that guy's like, I'm from Phoenix. What are
Yeah,
you
dude,
talking?
I've lived here my whole life. Dude.
I'm
I'm from Delray Beach.
I'm Mexican.
oh, God.
That's funnier.
Way off.
That's funnier. Go to Mexicans and film them and call them Iranian.
I don't even know where Iran is.
Listen,
man.
I don't know. Listen, I don't speak your cave language. Okay, it's all right.
I'm
Royce
speaking
DMs.
English,
Oh my
bro.
God.
Bro, I'm speaking English right now. It's just
I can't.
all jibbity jabbity to
It's
me,
the
bro.
clickety clocks, you Muslim piece of shit.
I don't speak Farsi. Like what?
Is that the one?
We're close. Got it.
These are actual ones from the game.
Okay.
And then I got another one for you.
Here you go. We found him.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah.
Oh my God,
We
he's trying.
found
Yeah,
him.
see, this is
We
what I mean.
Found
though.
him.
This is
The
what
other
this
one's
is the
even
one.
better.
I love Hitman, but this is the one thing about that game. It's like, so I put this
yeah?
costume
There
on,
you
and
go.
and
Sorry.
nobody notices.
Sorry.
Nobody goes to the boss and goes, "Hey, is there a new guy working here? He's like 6'3", jacked, white guy, yeah, bald.
Weird.
Did we hire this dude? Why does he want to be a bellhop in Bangladesh? He could be a model."
It's like they made him in a lab.
It's like he's not even real.
Boss. Hey, boss, does this new guy know about the caste system?
Because he's like really light. He's at the top. I don't think he should be a janitor.
Guys, let's get into the Ted Cruz thing. It's a lot to cover, and but you know what? Today is a locals.
The kids like to say a lot to unpack.
We have to unpack this over on Locals and Patreon. Patreon.com/we're-not-sorry, Revenge of the Sith.locals.com. Below this episode, you can sign up at $7 a month. You get the rest of this episode. You get half of Friday's episodes normally, our movie riff this Friday, and all of our backlog and the podcast with no ads. Heading over there now, guys. If you sign up, you really help us keep doing the show. And I guess fight the info war. Can we do that, or we'll get in trouble? We'll get in trouble, right? We can't do the fight the info war.
Yeah, but you guys can join us, and then you can help us unpack this. Which by this I mean Ted Cruz's suitcase from his Cancun trip.
I know you were going to unpack it, Mersh, but I wanted to check the underpinnings because I heard I heard like commentators say underpinnings, and I feel like that's just something a smart person says.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to go underpin this F slur behind the paywall, guys. We'll see you there. All right, we're moving over. It's getting over there now, guys. Go check us out. And you got about a minute left before you can move over.
Yeah, too bad we're doing a locals episode. I guess we won't be on the Rumble front page today.
Yeah.
Do you know what was on the front page last night?
Who was on the front page last night?
It was, by the way, Virgie pointed it out. I was howling laughing. It was Shane Cashman's podcast.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And it
He
was
talking about
UFOs in Colombia. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is literally the quality of this fucking dissident, like, conspiracy podcast now. Or, bro,